What's going on, fam? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are having actually a fantastic day. So, I have a message for everyone. Um, this is not zodiac specific or any of that. So, I wanted to talk to you guys about life. Let's say that. Life, right? In this life, we are on a mission to find truths, our truths, not someone else's truth, but our own individual truths. Yes, we may resonate with your neighbor, a friend, but what they are saying may be their truth, but you just take pieces out of it, right? Kind of like when you hear us wonderful readers here telling you guys to take the messages as it resonates with you, right? This video is not about that. This video is just more so about life and what it means to you. Like, I sit sometimes and my mind is like freaking blown away when I think about how just outstanding, diabolical the mind of God, our creator, is, right? So, you know the saying of, yeah, y'all know what I'm about to say. You are the energy that you put out. So, it got me to thinking, right? How come the divine beings, the chosen ones, the elites, the divine masculines, the high priest and the high priestess, the divine feminine, how come when we go through, because see, we had to go through things before we got there, right? How come when we went through certain things that was meant to destroy us, right? How did we make it? Right? Then it got me to thinking again, right? So it got me to thinking, like, we all know that pain was never designed to weaken us. It was literally designed to make us strong. But we were taught. Y'all following me? 333 as I said that. We were taught that pain was a bad thing. We were taught when you cried, it means that all the hope is lost. Right? We've seen our mothers, our fathers, our grandmothers, our sisters, brothers. We've seen them go through certain phases in life, which distorted our own individual view of what this life is and what life is, right? So it got me to thinking again. Because see, God definitely designed it that way. What if you, collective, every time you cried, it was a celebration inside of your soul instead of doom and gloom, right? Instead of sadness for days, hours. What if you, collective, were meant to feel those things so that you can see something from a higher perspective, right? Because like I said, all we do is grow afterwards, or even just whatever. But did you notice how it feels? And I know y'all do this. I know I'm not the only one that do this, but I know y'all do this too. Doesn't it feel uncomfortable to try to hold back your tears? Why is that? Huh? Why does it feel uncomfortable? You always feel it in your gut first. Pay attention to your body, right? You always listen, you always not listen. You feel it in your gut first. Like when you sad, something sad happening, automatically it's a whole body effect, right? What if you guys become more conscious when you are feeling these kinds of feelings and actually utilize that energy to your highest potential? Get a deeper understanding of what the situation was, what was the lesson, instead of thinking of how can I fix it. No, first thing you should think of, like, reprogram your mind to what is the lesson in this. Because sometimes we can sit there for hours trying to fix something, right, that is beyond our control. Right? Like I said earlier on the post, that I was like a big contradiction. Like, people like us, we're contradictions. It's like that was supposed to take you out. I seen my mama, my daddy, my aunt, my sister, my brother go through that, and they ain't doing so good. How are you doing that? That's what the energy of the intrigued energy. Like, how did you, once you get a deeper understanding of God's plan, right? God's plan, right? Not our plan, right? God's plan. Because he said pain was designed to make us stronger. I'm not saying that you are to be just open to being abused. Hell no. Hell no. We talking about the times where it was beyond your control. It was out of your hands. You ain't know. You're like, well, damn, like, how do I, all right, like, no, okay. Like, you can defend yourself. Somebody try to come at you, you have, it's all, listen, okay? You can defend yourself. But we talking about when, man, you driving and all of a sudden a car just come out of nowhere. Then you don't know who, what, and where, and why. Isn't that who, what the fuck? I'm talking about that pain. Okay? That's a higher frequency of pain because it's a sudden shift. It's all of a sudden out of nowhere. It's abrupt. So it automatically, your body is naturally designed to key tones that you have already manifested within yourself. So you're like, if you're thirsty, your body gets up, I'm getting water. You have already trained your brain for that. I'm talking about the times you didn't even know what the fuck was going on. This is the pain I'm talking about. So let's not get that confused, okay? So yeah, that pain was designed to make you stronger. An abrupt shift in your relationship, a breakup, it broke you to pieces. What did you learn? How are you feeling? Analyze, right? Analyze your inners, yourself. Like, scan yourself when you are feeling these feelings. Sit down, right? Like, I remember it was a time when I was lost. Say I was going through something. That first thing I'm going to is grabbing me a cigarette or rolling me a L. Like, man, I gotta. I don't do that no more. That shit. And you know what's funny? I found the shit out when I ain't even peep it. Like, bitch, you ain't even. And it's like, this shit going on, y'all. Collective. And I'm like, in my mind, my first reaction was to get a cigarette. Nope. My mind was, let me assess the situation. What's going on? Like, let me think about it. What is this? What action should I take? So I take a more balanced approach to things. Right? You take a more balanced approach to things when you start understanding that it's God's plan and not yours. right? So when he throw, I don't know, whatever at you, he's expecting you to catch it. Catch on to his methods. What is he doing? Right? What is it that you need to learn? Right? Pay attention. What's your body feeling? Are you fighting back the tears? That means that you're blocking your heart chakra. You are cutting off your emotion. Right? So God is like, hey, you're in balance. Do both. It's okay to cry. Right? But keep 10 toes down. Stand your ground. Don't go off the handle. But you can cry though. Right? You see the duality in that? Just like when we pray, right? You know, you guys, y'all pray to y'all ancestors, y'all passed over loved ones, and everything like that. And they hear your prayers, correct? How come, like, how? Right? You ever think of that? 11:11. How is that? Because, you see, I learned in this journey that you can literally be alive right now, walking around, doing everything you think you're doing, but you're dead. Because you're not woke. You're not conscious of what really is going on. You don't know you. You're getting to know all of these people around you, but you don't even know who you are. That's how sleep some people be. They're not conscious of their own selves. Same thing in death. How can they be dead but they alive? How did they hear us? You see the duality? Big contradictions. Think about it. Everywhere you turn, it's a huge contradiction. How come water tastes so good but it has no flavor? Like when you really start breaking life down, you look at everything differently. And I know there's going to be people like, what is she talking about? And I got some people like, yo, she ain't never lied. Right? Because see, you have came to a certain point in your journey, whereas though you let go of the control and you're an open vessel to knowledge. When you try to constrict yourself or control what it is that someone is saying, right? Like, you know what's best because you got your discernment. So I ain't even gonna go there with y'all. So I ain't gonna say, oh, you listen there. No. Before you even get to listen, you have discernment first, right? Like, you're not gonna listen to somebody you ain't, I'm sure you're not. Just no. But the thing about all of this is the duality of all of this that's going on right now in our lives. And it's crazy. This full moon gave me so many epiphanies, like back to back. Okay? And I'm like, what the heck is going on here? But one thing's for sure, two things for certain. Nobody or nothing can alter God's plan. Right? He not just out here winging it, We not out here just winging it. Now that we know what's going on and we tapping into back in the day energy, like, wait, this is what was. So they made that story up just for, why would they do that? Like, that doesn't make sense to people like us, right? Why would they make a whole story up of falsified statements? But I feel like there was some sort of grand scheme of things, like a test, right? You know how you get multiple, like get that test. Remember using like in school, and you get the test, and you get the multiple answers. You gotta pick the right answer and shit. Like, this is what this life literally is about, and how it is. It really is going like that. And the closer and closer you get to God, if you do have a tower moment, it literally lasts less than a couple hours. If he does bring you a tower, because see, you have trained your mind in a way that, not a tower, aka abrupt shift, abrupt test, pop quiz. There it is. Thank you. Pop quiz. Let's see how you react to this shit. Let's see how much you have grown, because that's all he's doing. You know, he want to just want you. And the thing is, he know how much you have grown. Obviously, you walking around this mug not realizing who the fuck you are yet. So he like, all right, damn, I got to give you all. Man, I don't want to do this to my baby. But since you don't know who you are yet, all right, here, let me do this. Pop quiz. Right? Let's see how, if they see what I'm doing without me, you know, like the slide of the hand, see what I'm doing without me doing it. They don't know this is what I'm doing it for, but I'm just testing you to see if you see you like I see you. That's really what's going on here. And God literally tests us every single day. Right? In every way. Are you going to continue to hold on to fear? Are you going to not trust that I got your back? Or are you going to, what we, like, remember I taught you how to do X, Y, yeah, okay, boom. So, you know, it's so many sweet people still not having awakened to who they are, that they are susceptible to be attacked by lower energies, right? Right? And to be used by them to do their bidding, their way, right? He wanted everybody to be awakened to their own gifts so that they can protect themselves, right? Because we are here to help, right? And not just help others, is literally an eternal help that you're doing for yourselves. By you healing, you're actually helping others around you heal. Because they watch you, they see you, they might not say something about it. They're like, man, I need to be on my shit like that. And something that small, they can just say, I need to be on my shit like that. You inspired somebody to want to do better for themselves. That was it. How they react or how they feel about it and all that other shit is none of your concern. But you actually shined a little light, like, hey, you can do it too. Moral of the story, be open to seeing everything through the eyes of the divine in a higher perspective, right? Just anything in a higher frequency. Don't get too stuck in what you were taught growing up, is all I'm saying. How you were taught to respond. Inadvertently, you didn't know that that was what was happening. But you literally were taught to, okay? You were designed like that, collective. That's why they say unlearn everything that you thought you knew. And life will go much smoother. And we're going to talk about life on a whole nother day. I'm not about to do no long ass read, no, or a message. No, I'm not. But it's deep and it's so complex. And I know your minds are yearning for that completion, right? To put all the pieces together, so that you can actually start coasting over the rocky waves instead of getting tossed around with them bitches. You feel me? Right? Become a contortionist out this motherfucker. But listen, I hope this helps somebody. Alright? Keep going. Stay strong. And I will talk to you guys again on a later date.